It's Madden NFL 22, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Saints and the Patriots, and it's coming up next.
From the area known as Patriot Place, EA Sports set for football at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the New Orleans Saints. Brandon Gardner alongside, as always, my partner Charles Davis. And CD, in the few moments here before kickoff, let's give these folks at home a look at these two offenses by the numbers. What stands out to you?
Brandon, I just continue to be amazed by the analytics of the game, and it's an area where I continue to concentrate and study because I'm still trying to figure out how coaches and coordinators can really crunch the numbers and find where exactly on the field a defense is vulnerable. It's the game within the game. And if you really dive into it, it can be endlessly fascinating.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. On the return, Deontay Harris. And he won't quite make it to the 25. First drive coming up here for this New Orleans Saints offense. And leading about at quarterback here in 2021 in his 7th NFL season, it's Jameis Winston.
This is a big change for everyone in the Bayou country because Drew Brees is no longer the starting quarterback, so there'll be a new starter for the first time since 2006 for the Saints. Jameis Winston's, we all know, unlimited potential, has a 5,100-yard season on his resume in Tampa, but turnovers, that's the biggest part he's got to change. If he does that, he could take the reins and really run with them in New Orleans.
First down, Winston. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Jameis to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
On 4th down, the Saints bring on their new punter for 2021, Blake Gillikin. Gunnar Olszewski deep for New England. Unable to corral him, he fights through. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. Time to get our first look at the Patriot offense and quarterback Matt Jones, the rookie out of Alabama, the number 15 overall pick in 2021.
And he's the latest in a line of Alabama quarterbacks that are potential NFL starters. Sat behind Tua Tagovailoa patiently, waiting his turn, and in 1 year as a starter, exploded on the scene. 41 touchdown passes to just 4 interceptions, 77% completion percentage. He had it going. Alabama won a national title, and now here he is getting his shot in the NFL.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And a tackle there by C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. 8 yards to go on second down. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 37. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Throwing, Jones. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Pete Werner. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. On the return is J.J. Taylor. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Charles, the Patriots heading back out now, and they're 1-1 on the season after a Week 2 battle of rookie quarterbacks. Mac Jones getting the best of Zach Wilson and the Jets to notch his first win as a pro. Jones, a somewhat lackluster 22 of 30, 186 yards, no touchdowns, but also no turnovers.
And that's the key because 0 turnovers for him. His counterpart with the Jets, Zach Wilson, he threw 4 interceptions. So that's a big win for New England, and that's what you want from your quarterback. Play the game that day. What allows you to win? Him taking care of the ball, that helped them in a big way. The Pats, 11 straight now over the Jets, and 19 of their last 21.
And now they're home to New Orleans Week 3, and then home to Tom Brady and the Bucs on Sunday night. So a couple of tough games coming up for them, Weeks 3 and 4. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 35.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, It's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That sun's going to be a factor all game long. I'm not sure it made a difference on that one, but it's something to think about on all deep throws during this time of year.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll leave this one for White. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And the AFC's Pro Bowl punter last year, Jake Bailey, on a punt for New England. Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Out come the New Orleans Saints, 1-1 this season, licking their wounds a little bit after getting shut down last week in Carolina. The Saints, they only scored 7 points, 128 yards of offense in their loss to the Panthers. And remember, that's 1 week after putting up 38 points against Green Bay. Charles, quite the drop-off from week 1 to week 2.
Certainly was, and head coach Sean Payton pointed the finger directly at himself, said that if we're going to get better, it starts with me. That's a good way of taking care of his team, giving his guys some cover. But the bottom line is, when your best players don't have their best games, you're going to struggle. Quarterback Jameis Winston, after a great debut, 2 interceptions in this one. And Alvin Kamara, one of the great all-purpose backs in the NFL, held to 30 total yards. So that's a struggle for New Orleans. But they've been on the road. They've been nomads for a while. Let's see if they can get home to New Orleans and get some normalcy in their game.
Well, the Saints will stay on the road. They travel to New England this week, and then they get 2 against the NFC East, the Giants, and then Washington before their Week 6 bye. Buying time to his left. Winston into the slide, and he's got a 1st down. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a 1st. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Yeah, Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too, and you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
Jameis now on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
Andy, do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Now Jones. Throwing on first down. Incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Jones. And now another one thrown incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They'll get this out to Kamara. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston back to Kamara for another catch. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
Ready, flag, come through that.
Off the play fake, Winston. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So pass interference the call. That's going to set him up with a 1st down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The officials letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the 1st quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw, Winston. It's brought in by Harris. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Winston now to throw on first down. And right side caught Hogan. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 13-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
And the Saints not only missing Drew Brees from last year, they also lost their top tight end, Jared Cook, to the Chargers. So tight end, it's a position in flux, but that's a nice grab there to pick up the first down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Winston. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. And Marquez Callaway, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Winston. And that's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. But now it's 3rd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To the air again with Winston. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They run. It's Kamara. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer third, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked. In any case, it didn't work here.
Here's Jones on first down. Henry's got it out on the left side. 7 yards to pick up there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Jones on 1st and 10. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. The completion there by Mac Jones. And Charles, what do you think this defense needs to do to slow down this young rookie from Alabama?
Well, as usual with a rookie, pass rush is big. Put some pressure on him and see if he can handle things in the pocket. But the other one is your defensive backs, linebackers who are covering people, they need to be on the spot because he's extremely accurate with the ball. He doesn't miss very many throws downfield, puts it right on his receivers. You have to be there to stop them at the point of the catch.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That one good for 13 and a New England 1st down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Yeah, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Kendrick Bourne, 40 yards. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know the receivers love to say, if we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Start of the 2nd quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here's Harris to return it. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara gets past one man, and he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Let's go.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Come on now.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Winston. Over the middle, complete. That's Harris. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is really thrown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The Patriots going with a dime package here. 2 extra defensive backs on 3rd. Here's Winston. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5 on the 10. They should be ready to go. And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
New England on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd down, they go back to White again. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
New England on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. They hand this off to Harris, and he is not going to get the 1st down as they'll spot this at about the 28. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a 1st down.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Well, Charles, you know, week 2 always an important one for teams who lost in week 1 that had high expectations. And we talked earlier about the 2-0 teams, but of those teams that lost in week 1 and then won in week 2, I'm thinking in the AFC East, Buffalo and New England both got back on the horse.
They certainly did, but less of a surprise with them because I think we kind of expected Buffalo to beat Miami even though it was on the road, and we expected New England to beat the Jets. But how about Tennessee? Going on the road and beating Seattle, coming from 15 down in the 2nd half to get it done, that was absolutely really, really impressive. And also, Dallas going to the Los Angeles Chargers after losing a tough one to Tampa Bay on opening night. I don't know how many people thought that Dallas would win that one. A big win for them. Keeps them going in the NFC East.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Coming left is Kamara. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Now Winston. And his pass incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
The Saints on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Winston. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Here we go with Kamara. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. To throw is Winston. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
And Marquez Callaway, the one he was looking for.
And now it's 2nd down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Throwing again. Winston on 2nd and 10.
Got a man. That's little Jordan Humphrey.
Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And the Patriots have it.
We got it. Good job, D. Good job, D.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Another go-around now for the Patriot offense, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Jones now. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And the Patriots added Nelson Aguilar in free agency, and he's going to be part of this rebuilt receiving corps from a year ago. Really upped his value around the league with a solid season with the Raiders last year, increased his confidence, as well as having a career high in receiving yards.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Jones. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, that incompletion gives us another chance to look league-wide here. Like we said earlier, too early to draw conclusions through 2 weeks of the season, CD, but there were certainly a few teams out there who kind of fell to earth a little bit in week 2 after a big week 1. Maybe the biggest one, New Orleans had that huge week 1 win, Charles, and then lost in week 2.
Yeah, absolutely, and I'll come back to them because Houston, no surprise at all, losing at Cleveland. Miami.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play.
but he could not pull it in.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go, tie ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. On 3rd down, Winston. On the check down, he finds Kamara. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Throwing, Jones. He's got it complete to Aguilar. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They go play action here on 1st down. And it's incomplete.
Well, lastly, in our look around the league at what teams have done through 2 weeks, Charles, there are, of course, the 0-2 teams. We haven't discussed them. 7 of those, some you might have expected, Jets, Jags, Giants. Of that group, though, who do you see is still viable as a possible playoff team that right now is 0-2?
Yeah, it's hard to find them, Brandon. It really is because of the start. But if I'm going to identify one, it's going to be Indianapolis. I know that they have a really difficult schedule. They had 2 home losses against Seattle and the Rams. You know, there's a possibility that a quarterback might be out for a while. But Frank Reich as a head coach, I love the way that he leads, and I love the way a team responds to him. They can rely on their running game. They have an excellent defense. They could get back into this in a hurry. That'd be the team I'd identify quickly. The Vikings had 2 tough losses, and they're in a tough division too with Green Bay and Chicago in their defense. So I'm not so sure about them, but definitely Indianapolis is the one I'm looking at.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. That's to Aguilar. Touchdown, Patriots. For Mac Jones, accuracy was more his calling card when folks were taking stock of the 2021 draft, but he's got a big arm as well, and he shows it off there.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's third down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
Now Folk for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a New England touchdown. Kick it away after the touchdown. Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Winston going for the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Here comes the Saints punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And not a great punt here. Out of bounds in the air. They're going to say this one doesn't even get to the 40. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis.
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. Now Jones throwing on first down. Now he'll let it go deep left sideline. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Wow, all kinds of time back there in the pocket. Enough time to scan the entire field, go through every progression. First guy not open, second guy not open. Heck, the third guy wasn't open. Finally just settled on throwing one deep downfield, taking a shot. Unfortunately for him, unable to come up with the completion.
We gonna shut y'all down.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Lawrence Guy able to bring him down. So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We saw a strong first half from our quarterback. First things first, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Saints. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. Taylor now from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. For the Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive, and he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
56, the mark, boys, 56, check 56.
Back to throw. Jones.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
To throw on third down, Jones. That ball's caught. Aguilar, right side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete.
But listen, when you got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head, out of harm's way.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off the play fake. Jones. Open man here, the tight end Henry. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
Sean Payton not liking that last call. He's going to go ahead and challenge it. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So Sean Payton correcting his decision to challenge as he wins the appeal.
New Orleans adding some depth to the secondary. They've got 6 DBs out there now for 3rd. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
Big Christian Barmore was there on the tackle.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Jameis to throw it. He gets it complete to Harris.
And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
11 yards for number 11.
I like the call on 3rd and 2. They were geared up to stop the run. I like the fact they just hit them quick. Little slant route. All about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Winston now. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Working out of the gun, Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Lawrence Guy able to get in there and drop him for a loss.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Yikes, terrible kick, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. Nelson Aguilar and company getting set to go again on offense now.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run again with Harris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Back to throw. Jones. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The Patriots send out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 36.
The New Orleans offense set to take over.
They'll begin with much more advantageous starting field position than they did on their last drive as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, It can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. A throw over the middle, taken in by Troutman.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
And he's got this down to the 35.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, Winston.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So
pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Winston.
Open man is the tight end Troutman. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Winston. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Little Jordan Humphrey, the intended receiver.
And that'll make it 3rd down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, Winston. High throw, but he makes the catch. And the Saints are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
A very important third down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up first and goal.
Winston. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Again, Kamara shifts by him. Yeah, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on fourth and goal.
This defense continues to be good on third down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown. Offensively, are you saying, let's go for this, let's try to get it in the end zone?
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should fourth down be any different? You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
Rosa's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. On the return, it's Taylor. And he returns this to the 22.
Let's go, let's go. Come on, let's get him.
Nelson Aguilar and company getting set to go again on offense now. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. Harris starts the drive on the ground, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Sometimes that's a danger putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. Off play action. Jones completes it to Aguilar. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. On the give, this is Harris. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. We get set for the fourth quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. On second down, they'll run with White. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved.
False start. Offense.
That was a third and somewhat manageable, now not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on third down. Looking to throw. Jones. And a dump off to White. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down, so you got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Winston. And right side caught Hogan. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. That catch good for only a couple. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the 22, Winston. That's caught by Marquez Callaway. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 17 there, and a New Orleans first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Winston. And this one too low.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Jawan Bentley. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
3rd and long for Winston. And that will be incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Patriots take over. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind is getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes about him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for him there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. They hand this off to Harris. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to loft it deep right sideline.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
A deep ball down that right sideline. He made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Saints coming out now to take the field.
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10
at their own 16. Throwing, Winston. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Kyle Van Noy coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you had extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking him.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Winston looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hogan. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Partner, he sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, we're going to sell the go. Just go, and let's see who's faster.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's fourth down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Patriots ready to try again on offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start the drive with a give to White. And hard running's going to give over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Complete. It's Johnson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
The throw over the middle taken in, and he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And these guys certainly not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Jones. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Harris. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
And Folk's kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. Here's Harris to return it. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now Winston. And this one is incomplete. The former Bill, Chris Hogan, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Winston. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so, and there's your end result right there.
They'll run on 1st down. Harris. Then he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Looking for the end zone. There's Henry. Touchdown, Patriots. Hunter Henry there to make the grab. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Folk connects on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here's Harris to return it.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10
at their own 21. Now Winston. And incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Patriots have it.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Jones, following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. Throw left side, complete. That's White. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They run for it with Harris. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Saints will have the football back. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, let's go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
Yeah. Get in there, get what you want, G. Get in there, get what you want, guys. Let's go. There you go. There you go. Here we go. Let's get him.
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10
at their own 17-yard line. Winston now after the fumble recovery.
That's complete to Troutman, right side.
Not much there, only a yard. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
To throw again on 2nd down. Winston. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be third down.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Jameis to throw it. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Juwan Bentley.
And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he is in. Touchdown, New England.
Mac Jones
keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And maybe that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Kick it away after the touchdown. Here's Harris to return it.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The New England defense gearing up to take the field. Now the interception for them the last time, and that turned into 6 points.
You think during their break they reminded the offense that, hey, we helped you guys out a little bit, right? You know, they want to see if they can do it again for them. They're putting together an entire team game by how they're playing on defense.
So the interception the last drive, what will happen here?
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to find Hogan here, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Winston now. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Matt Judon in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry to try again after the sack. Winston. And open here is Hogan. He's got it. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Play fake. Winston. And he's got his target, Harris. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw, Winston. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He wants it all for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
They're going to try for it on 4th. Winston stays out there. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
New England trying to get a place on offense.
And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
They'll run with Harris. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.